Hey, I'm Brett Gordon. I'm a seasoned coach, and I established as a veteran a business called Businesses Are People Too, and I use that to be able to help other businesses to really bring people back into business. Before attending CORE, I wasn't sure exactly how to present myself on stage. I've been on stage for a long time before, but I never really felt that I was like a professional speaker. And coming to CORE gave me the confidence and the actual skills to be able to feel comfortable on stage. The biggest breakthrough that I had in coming to CORE was that I learned to really speak more from my heart, and that through my heart I can communicate much better with the audience. Being in CORE is going to give me the confidence to be able to really address the audience and know that when I'm speaking to them, they're receiving the message that I'm trying to or intending to say. And that through that, they're going to want to work with me as a coach, as a leadership strategist. If you're considering CORE and you have some financial considerations, things that you're not exactly sure if you want to spend that kind of money, it's not the money that you spend, but it's the return on the investment that you get. And I cannot place in dollars what the value is of what I receive from Jase. I think in money-wise, I'm going to go from, I'm going to multiply my six-figure income.
My name is Jason Lavelock. I'm from Missouri. I own multiple businesses. I own an agriculture business and a commercial roofing business. Well, before CORE training, when I'd go to speak at a seminar or speak to a group of farmers, I've got the head information. I'm full of facts and just struggled to get it out in a way that kept the group engaged. And I had the information, I was just boring at getting it out there. That made me struggle for sales. If you're full of information but you can't get it across to people in a way that keeps them engaged, after the meeting they're just ready to go. Since coming to CORE training, I have learned how to put my speech together, weave in some interesting stories that keep everybody engaged and will definitely be able to help me with my sales. I believe that I'll be able to double my sales on my ag business and increase my roofing business by 20 to 30% just by being able to talk to people better and not be such a boring speaker. CORE training has definitely helped my confidence. It's helped my writing ability. I believe it's invaluable what they would learn coming here as far as being able to help them get more sales and be able to speak better in front of groups. I would encourage anybody to get a hold of Jase. He's real down to earth and just a great teacher. He can get everything across to you in a way to make you understand and help you in your, he's got many great ideas that can help you in your writing and delivery skills.
Hey friends, I'm John Wilcox and Auntie JoJo. I love helping women transform themselves, learn more about themselves, and create peace and joy in their environments. Before coming to CORE training, I really felt unfocused in my business and in my life in general. And CORE training helped me to narrow down my focus and to figure out what am I looking for, what am I here to help with, what can I do. Because I was so unfocused, I felt very frustrated and lack of energy because I didn't know where to put my energy. So I was just kind of throwing it everywhere. But with the new focus, and clarity, I can focus that energy more precisely and do what I was really intended to do, which is to help women specifically understand themselves better and to help them create peace and harmony in their homes. One of the sidebar lessons that I've learned in CORE training is that it's okay and even good to ask for help. Find someone who knows more than you and ask them all the questions that you're wondering about, even the ones that you think are dumb. They know the answers. If you're hesitating on signing up for CORE because of resources, it's actually interesting because you'll find more resources, time, energy, money, after being in CORE because of the focused energy and the skills you'll learn there. I can definitely see CORE transforming my business because of the focus that I'll have now, and I have the tools to do it and also the mentor to hold my hand along the way. In core, you're going to be receiving a lot of templates and formulas. I invite you to use those. They'll help guide you in all kinds of good directions. When your platform changes, your situation changes, your topic changes, the templates and forms will still guide you along. When you commit to coming to core, you'll notice you've engaged already mentally before you actually come physically. And allow that change and even take notes on it, because that will be part of your personal transformation.
Hi, I'm Maggie Hawley. I'm a mother, a grandmother. I have 5 grandchildren. I'm the office manager of our company, Hawley Home Inspections. Well, I think we were really lacking in good presentations. I myself have never done a presentation because I was too terrified. But I think it's hurting our business by not doing great presentations. When presentations are given, we weren't getting the response from them that we were looking for. So we thought we probably were missing the mark. Well, I've always wanted to try and go out and do some of our presentations, but I've never felt like I could do it at all. I never felt like I could get on stage, too terrified. And coming here to CORE has really helped me. It's put me on stage, it's made me talk in front of people and given me direction. And now I think I could probably go out and do some of our presentations and get the response that we want. Oh, I expect us to grow. I think it will definitely help us grow. I say if it's important, which it is to me, the money comes. You figure it out. It's definitely worth every penny we've spent on the travel, the hotels, everything, because I have gained so much knowledge and confidence in myself. I think Jase teaches from the heart, and he just cares so much about everybody, and he brings in such fabulous people to help out that we've gained so much knowledge, I have, from all of them, and confidence.
My name is Matt Hawley. I'm a veteran. I'm the general manager and the owner of Hawley Home Inspections. I started my journey on black belt training in February of 2020, right before the global pandemic of coronavirus hit. With what I learned in just my very first black belt event. In the 6.5 months since then, I have still continued to grow 20% as a company. And with what I learned at black belt is paid for every penny of black belt in that first 6.5 months during a global pandemic. I cannot wait to see what happens when life gets back to normal. If you're on the fence about black belt training, I'm telling you, the return on investment is amazing. Even during this global pandemic, in 6.5 months, I recouped every penny it cost me, plus more. Just imagine what I could have done without a global pandemic. I would have been looking at doubling my company this year alone.
I'm Natalie Laylock, and I am a program development specialist and an online business strategist. Before coming to CORE, I was really feeling frustrated. I felt like I was losing hope. I was really starting to question if maybe it wasn't time to quit. But the second day of training, everyone who was here, we all decided to go to lunch together. And we went to this Mongolian barbecue place and just really had a great time sitting around and talking and chatting and dreaming all together. And then at the end of dinner, we each had a fortune cookie to open. And everybody went around the table and they were opening those fortune cookies and reading their fortune, and they were fun and we were laughing. And then it was my turn. And I just had this feeling like this pit in my stomach when I picked up that cookie. This isn't going to be good. So I really thought about not opening it. I was just going to kind of brush it off and let it go. But the girl sitting next to me was like, "Natalie, you got to open your cookie. Everybody else has done it." So we opened the cookie, took out that little piece of paper, and it said, "You may lack ambition, but not the ability to succeed." It was a dagger to my heart. because I knew it was true. So later that night, we all came back and Jase had arranged for a band to be here to play for us for entertainment. And we were all going to stand on the stage and share our why. And so as I took the stage and I stood there holding the microphone, looking out into the audience, and I shared my why, I felt the power. I felt the power of my why, and I knew, I heard God speak to my heart, yes, this is where you belong. So had I not come to CORE, I don't know what would have happened. But because I chose to come, and because I chose to put myself in a place where I'm around other entrepreneurs who are building their business and taking that next step forward, I got a renewed sense of purpose. And I got the confidence to keep going. So what would I say to someone who is thinking about coming to CORE? I would say CORE's not just about writing a speech. CORE is about finding that message deep down in your heart that you're meant to share with the world, and only you can share it.
Hi, I'm Sherry Curran. I'm owner of Curran Bookkeeping, and I'm a bookkeeping professional for over 30 years. My biggest struggle has been in being confident in my speaking and really being able to engage with my audience and have them understand and be excited about a very dry topic, being about numbers and bookkeeping. Coming to CORE has really been the key element that I've needed, that I've been lacking, because I really lacked the structure to be able to add in humor, add in more engagement with the audience, and just help them to be able to see the value that they can receive from my topic instead of wanting to fall asleep. So I really feel like now I have those elements, I have that technique that I need to be able to engage with my audience. You know, there are so many different opportunities for us to spend our time, but the value from coming to CORE and taking advantage of the information that you receive is going to really benefit your business. So it's time well spent, and you know, time is money, and I think that this time is going to make me money. You know, going from not having any sales from stage, now I really expect that after getting the techniques and the formulas and the skills from this seminar, that is going to drastically change, and my sales are going to be exponential from my speaking in the future.
Well, my name's Amy Klepatch, and my husband and I own a home inspection company. And the reason we got involved in the Black Belt is because I found that this is a program that could really help my husband step up his game and be a really good speaker, because the fastest way to grow our business is by public speaking. Well, we have really grown in many different ways. First of all, personally, we really have been able to reach into ourselves, figure out what our why is, and work on that. And we now are able to give back to the community, knowing exactly what we want. Well, the skill I'm currently learning is how to build my presentation for the business that I'm about to launch. And that's really why I've been so focused and dedicated to this training, is because we're about to launch a new business, and everything that we're being taught by Jase and Black Belt, it points directly to success there. I feel the best thing about Black Belt is that you get to work on you, and you are the product. And if your product yourself isn't good, then you can't really fulfill your life's mission, which is helping a lot of people and making a lot of money. Well, what I'm learning is that I already have a lot of skills, and Jase brings in a lot of speakers, and I get reinforced that I'm on the right track and I'm doing the right thing, and I'm taking steps for my personal growth.
My name is Bridget Callahan, and I'm a presentation design expert. And speakers, entrepreneurs, and executives hire me to help them with their slide presentations. I up-level them to match their expertise. I work with a lot of speakers, and I never thought I would be on stage. I've always been behind the curtain. And so I thought, you know, maybe I need to learn what they're going through. And I started speaking thinking I can do it on my own. And then I met a couple of speaker coaches, and I saw and met with Jase, and I was like, man, he has something special. I need to figure this out. I learned so much about what does it take to be a great presenter? What does it take to have that stage presence? How do you approach the stage? How do you connect with the audience, which is so important? And what happens after you're done? And what else I learned was how to get on more stages, and how, I mean, the cool thing is he's helped me with my script. He's helped me rewrite it and really pull the stories out and really have them like connect with my target audience better than I could ever do on my own. I wasn't sure how I'm going to actually do real stages, you know, due to COVID and doing a lot of virtual events. I've gotten on more stages. I've probably increased my stage presence, how many times I get on stage per month, by 150%. I'm telling you, he's an amazing coach. I've invested in him. He's totally worth it. And I've met a lot of speaker coaches. He's had a lot of experience. Okay, he's got a lot of sales experience from the stage. He's been on stages for many years, and he's also had a lot of training, similar training to I've had, so I resonate with that training, yet he has more particular training that I haven't been partaking in, and so I just love learning with him. And what I love about, you know, being in black belt and taking advantage of this course is we actually get on stage, we wear a mic, we practice how to walk on stage, and it's all, you know, in the realm of black belt, and how do you practice this stuff and how do you embody it? And that is gold. You can't get that doing it on your own.
My name is Jenny Trask, and I'm the co-creator of Speakers Playhouse, and I'm also a speaker coach. So I came to Black Belt because I was really looking for someone who served our community of speakers in a different way than I had seen out there. I was looking for a speak to sell program, but that was heart-centered. One that took it beyond sales, that took it to a deeper level. And I found Jase, and I found Black Belt, and I came to one of his events, and it was absolutely beyond what I thought that I was looking for. Our community of speakers, we really do need, for those speakers that are starting out, we need a program that dives deeper with them, you know, takes them into their emotional depths so that they can bring that out on stage, so that they can connect with the audience on that deeper level. Because honestly, that's the place that people buy from. But we don't want it to be sleazy, right? And we don't want it to be salesy. And I was just so blown away by Jase's Black Belt program because it absolutely delivers on connecting you to that emotion so that you can connect to your audience. This was absolutely transformative. I've also done a lot of personal development, but this was just such a remarkable experience. The safe space that he creates for that transformation, I think was probably the most profound thing to me, was to see that space created so quickly, so easily, and the way that everyone really did step into a different place in their speaking through the space that he created here in Black Belt. This program is absolutely one of the best values that I've seen out there in the market. The value of Jase's Black Belt program is just so far beyond the asking price. It's really, truly the best value that I think I've seen out there.
Okay. So I'm Janet Clayson. My husband John and I own Crown Home Inspections in Kansas City, and we do a lot of our marketing to real estate agents. So our goal is to get in front of as many real estate agents as possible, be able to tell a compelling story, and to potentially earn their business. I was hoping to get a comfort level on stage. So being being able just to be myself, tell those stories in a professional way, a compelling way that would attract that business and that abundance. So I always learn things at these events, whether it's tweaking some small thing about my voice, tweaking some small thing about my gestures, or some huge idea about defining my why, defining my purpose. Every event I've learned super valuable things for the business. I've learned that I do have a story to tell, and I've learned how to tell that in a compelling way. This program is so worth it because it's all-encompassing. We are learning about how to interact with people in a meaningful way. We're learning how to serve others. We're learning how to come from a place of service. Plus, we're learning all those technical things about how to speak and how to interact and just be a real presence on stage. Our goal is to get presentations with real estate agents. We get them to know us, like us, trust us, and potentially provide their clients to us. So we've been seeing an increase in the number of presentations we're doing and an increase in the number of callbacks to those same offices. So we're really getting in front of a lot more people than we were before we had this skill. On a personal level, there are many things. One is, like I said before, knowing that I have a story to tell and getting it out to the world to help someone else. And then also being in control of my emotions, being able to use emotion when I need to, or being able to control how it's expressed when in a more appropriate way sometimes. So on a personal level, plus just the relationships. This is truly a community. That word is thrown around a bit, but this truly is a community. We meet multiple times a month. We can contact each other at any time. We can reach out to the staff. It truly is a community where you feel supported all the time.
My name's Jen Truesdale, and I am an insurance agent. I run a team of sales professionals that help business owners with employee benefits. And when I met Jase, it was actually by accident. We were in a class together, and I realized the class I was paying tons of money for wasn't helpful at all. I tried Jase's 3-day event out and realized that he had everything I was looking for. Some personal development, sales coaching, but more importantly, how to speak. I was presenting in front of people all day, every day, and I didn't know how to speak in front of a room. If I had 2 or 3 people I needed to speak to, I was scared, shaking in my shoes. I had no confidence, and therefore my sales were really low. I was having a real challenge selling enough to even feed my family at times. So in coming to Black Belt speaker training, I have had total transformation. My speaking's gotten much better. I'm much more confident when I take the stage. Even though most of the time I'm not on a stage, but I'm standing in front of groups of people, anywhere from 2 to 200. And now I find it doesn't matter the size of the audience. I'm confident in my ability to speak to them and know what I'm talking about and present with confidence. I've actually been told by clients, "You're a wonderful presenter," where before I was so scared to even speak to people at all. Because of that, my sales have tripled, and therefore my income has tripled. When I first came to Black Belt speaker training and Jase unraveled the Black Belt Unlimited, at first I was a little scared when I saw the price tag. However, I took that leap of faith knowing that Jase had already over-delivered on every promise he had made through the Black Belt system and all the classes I had taken, all the 3-day intensives. So I took that leap of faith and I took out that credit card, and so many things happened that I would never have imagined. Not only did my sales numbers triple, and I was able to attract team members that I'd been trying for years to attract, but more importantly, going through the personal development piece, I ended up having the confidence to get out of a bad relationship and really met the best partner that I could have asked for, that I didn't really feel deserving of until I went through Jase's program. So I came for professional reasons and realized that it opened up my heart and opened up my mind and expanded, and I had such transformation that it really helped my personal relationships and really opened up my life in so many positive ways.
My name is Monette Tovarado. I'm the founder of Business Women's Community, and I'm also a thought leader with WIN, and a part of another women's group called Win-Win Women. What brought me here is I really needed to improve in my presentation, in my speech. I mean, I can speak, but I think what's important is just the sequence of what I want people to get my message. I want them to really hear my message. Well, as I've been here, Jase is really awesome because there's a community of people. You go to other programs and there's a lot out there, and I've been there. And I think what's important is the leader. He is a leader, and he's created a community where everybody can just open up. And more importantly, I think it's important the type of mentor you follow, and that you have a sense of belonging. And not only that, he's really there to help you. So I've gotten a community, I've built more confidence in my speaking, and able to communicate better. With Jase, he's sincerely there to help you grow. Not only in speaking, but he's really there, his heart is there in the right place. And I think that's so important when you're finding somebody that you want to follow, that they're more than just showing, more than just a program itself. He's really there to see you with some growth. I've talked to some people here, and it's pretty amazing just what they've said to me and the growth that they've had in their business. More importantly, the growth they had within themselves.
Hi, I'm Patty Stepler, and my business is Your Dream Power, and I work with business owners and entrepreneurs who want to double, triple their income. And what brought me here was I met Jase, and I always wanted to do speaking, and I thought he could really help me to find a way to get to those stages. Okay, since working with Jase, I've been able to put together a presentation and learn how to sell from the stage. I feel like I have more confidence and have grown so much in my ability to speak to others. So I've been in some other programs, not necessarily speaker program, where they promise a lot and deliver a little. And Jase's program is not like that. He promises and he delivers. So if you're looking for the Black Belt program or any other one that Jase has, you will not be disappointed in what he gives. I think the personal transformations that I've had are just building that confidence of being on a stage and having fun, and realizing that you can use your emotions on stage and it doesn't look phony and it doesn't look like it's too much. It's just real.
I'm Ramesh Devangan, and I'm leadership coach for over 1.5 years. I was having difficulty really getting clients to pay for my services, for my courses, for my talks. I did a lot of complimentary events and webinars and talks, but I had really difficulty convincing people to pay up. After joining Black Belt program, I really learned how to create the talks and my services which sell more, which sell better. In this first 3 months of this program, I've been able to get 8 additional clients based on my revised talks and revised courses. 2 of my clients really got very good progression in their career based on my consulting services, and they're very happy with what I have provided them. And I've got a leadership course that I started, and that has got 6 clients that have joined that course. And that really helped my getting my cash flow into my business. The benefit that I got from this program within 3 months of joining was a lot more than what I really paid for the whole year. So I think I highly recommend this program for anyone who is considering really selling from stage, selling from their talks or courses or webinars or any events. I really think this is worth the investment. I felt after joining this program that I really need to open up free up myself. I really need to be myself, very authentic myself. I used to be very, very much under pressure that I need to perform at the stage, and I really need to look like what audience is expecting me to look like, and I need to talk like what audience is expecting me to talk like. But that wasn't really my authentic self. I really learned in this program that you can be free, open, be yourself, and still convey the message that audience needs.
I'm Sonia Garcia, and my company's name is The Change Queen, and I'm now a best-selling author, speaker, and hypnotist. And what brought me to Jase and Black Belt was that I was starting my life coaching business about 2 years ago, and I had no clue about sales or marketing, and I had known Jase in passing years before, and so when I decided to really step into my business, I knew Jase was the person that was going to help me get it launched. Working with Jase, he's an amazing teacher and he creates amazing community. His online programs are so thorough, like anything I need is there. And then the one-on-one coaching I get with him weekly. And the most beneficial part has been working with Jase one-on-one on my sales presentation. He's just very creative and knows what's going to work with the audience. And and because working with Jase, I wrote my first book, and it was an Amazon bestseller. And I've been on stages now, and it's been going really well. To anybody considering this and not sure about the investment, I would say that if you want to really hyperspeed your business and create a solid foundation, I now in this short amount of time with Jase know that I have all the skills I need. And so I feel like I got done what I might have done on my own in 5 years in less than a year. So working with Jase, I not only work on the mechanics, but working in the community and Jase's specific skills, I'm also working on my personal development, because that helps me connect with my audience and it helps me do better sales in my business. And so the inner work and the personal development available here is beyond.
Yeah, I'm Victor. I run a marketing agency, Ventobot, who helps speakers fill their events. One of the things for Jase really that initially connected with him, I met him at a speaking event for an event that I helped fill actually. It's really comical how this happened. He went on stage and spoke and just rocked it. And I particularly wasn't speaking, but something in the way he was delivering and how he was presenting himself, like very authentic. And that's who I am. I'm an authentic person in how I show up in my marketing and how I ask my clients to show up. And I felt compelled. I was like, I gotta have more of this guy. I gotta see what he's all about. So I bought his first program. It was a small investment, initially, and then it really changed into something more. As I got to know him more, as I got to be involved with him and his community, it really started to see why he showed up as authentic that way. I got to see his heart, and like now, I truly consider him a friend. So for me, one of the things that's really happened and why I had to keep going and roll into Black Belt and further was you have to. It's like I was in this place of like, I have a personality that can show up a certain way and I can make sales and make it work. And speaking, I can kind of wing it, but it's very inconsistent. And I was very frustrated with that. And what he promised on the other side of Black Belt was that consistency in sales and being able to pull those parts of me that just emphasize who I am to really show up and attract the people that I'm meant to work with. So that's what I started to see as I rolled into Black Belt, and I got more of that, and just the connection I have. We've actually cried several times together, one-on-one, just because he's hit points and it's really opened him up, opened me up in ways that I show up fully, unapologetically me on stage. And that's not something I was able to do before. So it's changed my life a lot. He's fully there. And if that's how you want to show up and connect with your clients, that relationship that you have with him is how you're going to show up with your clients too. So that in and of itself is worth the investment alone.
Okay, my name is Faye Dalbridge, and I am an entrepreneur and started my own real estate business about 14 years ago. My company is Idaho Dream Property, and I work under the umbrella of Trust Realty out of Nampa, Idaho. I think it's having enough self-confidence to get in front of people and feel like that you could project to them that you were an expert in your field. And Jase seemed to have the things that I was looking for, so I wanted to try it out and see. Well, I originally attended a workshop that he did called I Love Boise in Boise, Idaho, and he spoke at that time. And he has a way of tugging at your strings a little bit to basically get you to look at yourself deep down and what you're missing and what you're hiding from. And I signed up for his black belt program that he has, which is a year-long program that will teach me how to be a good speaker, to do presentations, to be able to touch people's lives, and that's what I'm looking to do. I feel a lot more confident, I feel like people want to hear from you. I feel like I just want to go out and share what I have to share. And you think about real estate, in Boise there's over 5,000 real estate. Who do they choose and how do they decide who they choose? I think they're looking for someone who's real. Jase is real. He teaches you to be real, to really talk about yourself and who you are, and let them become a friend of yours and to really know who you are. And then people will learn to trust you and want to let you lead them. And that's what I've learned from Jase. But I've learned that most people don't invest in themselves. They invest in their things, they invest in everything else. And what they need to start doing is looking at themselves and investing in themselves. And I decided I had to get off the fence and I had to stop making excuses to stop me from moving forward. And I just said, okay, now's the time. And I think you need to think about it and think deep about it, because we've all made excuses. We've put everything off of our whole lives. In my whole life, I wish I'd had this years ago. It would have made a big difference in my life, and it can make a big difference in yours.
Hi, my name is Dr. Isaac Murphy, and I'm a chiropractor in Missouri. And I wanted to just take the opportunity just to say what Jase Souder and his program, Profit Presentations and Black Belt Speaker Training, has done for me. Before I was with Jase, my sales were going down. I really didn't have a direction. I was kind of winging it. And when Jase came around, he was presenting to another area, another career that wasn't my career. It was just another industry that wasn't my industry. But I saw something like a kernel of truth that I could actually apply to my business with chiropractic. Long story short, I bought into his industry, or rather I bought into his product and packages of what he was selling. And here's the kicker. I never thought in my lifetime I would ever get to 6 figures. I got to 6 figures within a year. Never thought I could ever make that much money, and I can't say enough about Jase and his programs. And also, he gave me the opportunity to be a staff on there, which is what I intend to do, just to help others just really understand the life they can have through his programs. Thank you so much.
My name is Matt Hawley. I'm the general manager and the owner of Hawley Home Inspections. I have 3 beautiful daughters and 5 wonderful grandkids. My biggest struggle in the business was getting presentations in front of the real estate agents and the offices. Since I've started the training with Jase on my speaker training, I have been more confident in my speaking, more relaxed, and more structured about what I do. And since I have been there, I now have agents calling me and rescheduling presentations for the next one as soon as I'm done with the one I'm at, and asking me to come to private presentations for their clients. So for anybody that's wondering about the Black Belt Speaker Training or any training with Jase, I met him for the first time 3 months ago and did one of his sessions for the first time 3 months ago. And every month since then has been the best month I've ever had. So 3 months straight, I put $30,000 in my wallet in the bank account that I did not have prior. I paid for the black belt training in 3 months from my first training session.